My name is Matilda and I'm a teacher with Yoga for Change. This practice is all about core health and strength. These are exercises I've discovered from some of my favorite yoga teachers, from my yoga teacher training, through experimenting and even some physical therapy. I have a history of low back pain where when I was in college, every 3 to 6 months I'd be out of commission for at least a week. Now that I've incorporated these core exercises, these core movements, I no longer ever have that experience. So this is my dog Aubrey. She will be in and out of screen. She might make a little bit of noise. Just let that be part of your practice, as you likely have some animals or noise around you as well. Let's get started by just moving, getting a little bit of energy flow before we get into focusing on the core. So you can be facing forward or side of your mat. Bring your legs nice and wide. Bend your knees as you reach down. Inhale, reach up, look at your thumbs. Then bring your hands down and bend your knees. Inhale, sweep up, look at your thumbs. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. This time let your hands come all the way down to your heart center. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel all 4 corners of your feet pressing down into the earth. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill your lungs. Long exhale out of your mouth. Seal your lips and start breathing in and out of your nose. And begin to gently shift your weight. Option to open your eyes or keep them closed. But shift your weight a little bit forward and back, really gentle. And then let your weight go side to side, just feeling the shift in your feet. And then noticing which muscles need to activate, which muscles need to loosen to support you as your weight moves around. Come back to center. Let your arms fall down by your sides and open your eyes. Good. Inhale, draw your arms up. Catch your left wrist with your right arm. Press down into your left foot. Side stretch. Think more about lifting and extending rather than crunching and dumping down into your right side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, ground into your feet. Inhale, back to center. Let your hands come apart. Draw shoulder blades down away from your ears. Notice if your belly button's popping away from your spine. Draw it back in. Find another inch of length. One more breath here. Grab your right wrist. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Open up right side body. 2 breaths. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach your fingers towards the sky. Reach your feet down towards the earth. And then slowly bring your arms down by twirling out your wrists, getting them warmed up and ready to take some weight. Good, just roll your shoulders out. Bring them the other direction. Come to the top of your mat if you aren't there already. Feet or hips width distance apart. Inhale, draw your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Bend your knees a lot. This is our first forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe shake it side or yes and no. Anything to release a little bit of tension. And keeping the knees bent, Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, press halfway up. Press hands into shins, shins into hands. Draw your shoulder blades away from your ears and draw your belly button into your spine. Reach the crown of your head forward and reach your sits bones, your hips back in space. Good. Re-engage your belly button, your core one more time. Option to bring your hands to heart center. Now, if you are dealing with back stuff right now, this may not feel good, so put your hands right back down. Maybe this helps you feel strong. 2 more breaths. 1 and 2. Exhale, fold forward. Step back into tabletop. Excuse me, cupper. Good. Begin to find movement to warm up the wrists. So inhale, shift your weight forward, press into your fingertips. Exhale, shift your weight back. Maybe you even reach almost into a child's. Inhale, shift your weight forward, press into your fingertips. Exhale, shift your weight back. Couple more of those. Inhale and exhale. Good. Bring yourself into tabletop. Hands directly under shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Tuck your toes so your toe ball mounds are connected to the earth. Press down into your toes and your hands. Knees may come off the ground. You're doing it right as long as you feel your core engaged. Lengthen through the back of your neck for 3. Belly button into spine for 2. And 1. Knees come down, let your hips come side to side. Good. I'm already feeling warm. I hope you are too. Bring your knees together or legs together. Notice if your wrists are really hurting. Make sure you're not pressing into your wrists as you do these exercises in tabletop. Make sure your weight is forward and you're pressing into your fingertips. That creates a cup sensation and that protects your wrists. Good. From here, lengthen through your spine. Bring belly button in towards your spine. Inhale, reach your right leg long. And that's okay if your leg is a little bit low, but you want to use your hamstring to lift it up. Now what we want to try to avoid is bringing the leg really high. We're looking for a long line of aligned energy from heel through spine to head. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose. Press your spine up to the ceiling. Inhale, extend. So option to do that again. If that felt like a nice challenge, stay right there. That's perfect. If you want to, check your balance. Draw your opposite arm, your left arm forward. Now we have a long line of energy. Fingers, head, spine through heel. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose. Draw your elbow in close to your navel. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract and bend. Good. Inhale, lengthen. See what's in front of you. Exhale, press your spine to the ceiling. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hand and knee down. Beautiful. In between, I like to sit back on my heels. If you want a foot stretch, you can keep the toes tucked and sit back on your heels. This is a little more intense for the feet. Good. Roll the shoulders out. Maybe your neck started to tense up. Just honor whatever sensations arose. And find movement to reset for the other side. One nice wrist relief that I use often is clasping my fingers together and then just drawing a figure 8 with my knuckles. Wherever you are, deep breath in And long breath out. Coming back on the hands and knees. If your toes were tucked, it can feel really good to tap the tops of your feet out. Good. Knees are hips width distance apart. Tuck your toes. Once again, floating table, long spine, engaged core, press down. Maybe the knees float up for 3, 2, 1. Come down, bring your inner thighs together. Make sure that your weight is forward so you can press into your fingertips. Press down to engage your body up. And then inhale, left leg comes long. Flex your left toes. Point those flexed toes down towards the earth, squaring off your hips so you can find the long line of energy. Find a steady gaze. Inhale here. Now exhale, tuck knee to nose, gaze shifts towards your belly. Inhale, lengthen, extend. Option to do that again. Or if you want to try out the balance of extending opposite arm. Inhale here, exhale, knee to nose, draw your elbow in. Inhale, extend, square off. Exhale, bend. 2 more. Inhale, you've got this. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, let it go. Shift weight. Find any movement in the spine and hips that would feel good. And then option to sit back on your heels with toes tucked or untucked. Option to find movement, or sometimes when there's been a lot of movement, what I love to do is find stillness. Find length in your spine. Create ease in your hips and your shoulders. Relax the muscles of your face. Let them be loose and easy. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Good. Come back into tabletop. And then gently bring yourself all the way down to your belly. Take a moment, pick your favorite cheek, and let your arms rest by your side. Shake your hips a little bit. Good. So now come up into, it's called Sphinx. You can't be right there. You're going to bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Bring your hands directly out from your elbows. Press down into your forearms and your hands. And then without moving them, feel like you're going to tear your mat apart. So you're like pulling your hands apart. They won't move, but you'll feel a lot of engagement. So you have to remember that our core is so much more than the front of our body. The core is back and front. So let's bring some focus to the back. Draw your shoulder blades away from your ears and then open your heart up to the ceiling. We're going to stay here for 4 more breaths. 1, press down into your hands. 2, press down into the tops of your feet and your pelvis. 3, reach through the crown of your head. And 4, rest your opposite cheek down onto your mat. Always option to move your hips or bend your knees and let your feet fall side to side in between these back movements. Good. From here, let's have your right cheek on the mat. Place your right hand under your cheek, and then your left hand is gonna have palm down on your mat. Press the tops of your feet and your hips down into the earth. Draw your belly button into your spine and see if you can relax your glutes. Make that all about the front body. Now use your back muscles and lift your hand, heart, and cheek / head off the earth. Option to press down into your left hand or lift it up as well. Exhale, release down. I'm going to do 4 more of those. Inhale up. Exhale, lower down. Re-engage the core every time you come down. Inhale up, lengthen through your spine. Exhale down. Last 2. And 1. Good, release your arms. 2 big breaths here. Coming to the other side, switch your cheek. Bring left hand onto left cheek and right arm down to the mat. Inhale, press down to lift up. Exhale, lower down. Good, 4 more. Release the glutes, engage the core. Inhale up and exhale, lower. Every time be present to what your spine and your core are doing. Good. Last 2. Inhale and exhale. And 1. Rest. Good. We have 1 more back exercise. Find your way into Sphinx once again. Elbows directly under your shoulders. Open up your heart. Press your hands into the mat. Now, reach long through your right leg. Try and reach something with your toes. And then press your hips down. Inhale, lift your right leg up. It may be like 1/4 of an inch, and that's totally okay. Exhale, let it come down and tuck your chin. Inhale, other leg, left leg reaches straight, trying to reach up and back. Exhale, lower down. Now, if anything ever hurts and doesn't work in your body, just breathe, take a rest. Meet us in the next exercise. Inhale, lift leg and head. Exhale, tuck chin, rest your leg. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower. Let's go a little faster. Inhale and exhale. Press down into your hands and your hips to assist your muscles lifting your leg. 4 more. 1. 2. 3. And 4. Let your leg down, let your head hang heavy. Maybe move your chin side to side if that feels good. Last thing here. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine, draw your belly button in until your thighs start to come off the ground. There you go. Work yourself back, child's pose. Reach your hips down to your heels, heart and head down to your mat. Hands can either be outstretched or place them on either side of your legs. Come back to your breath. Notice where your body feels warm, where your body feels cool. Deep breath in. Let it out. Good, just a couple more. Bring yourself towards the top of your mat. Sit up nice and tall with your knees bent. Bring your hands behind your hamstrings. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tail, and slowly walk your hands down your hamstrings until your shoulder blades are the only thing floating up. Inhale, tuck your chin, walk your hands up your hamstrings, open your heart. And so you can do this holding the hamstrings or floating the arms. It's a really nice reset of the spine before we come into our final back and front core movements. Exhale brings you down. Inhale brings you up. Let's do one more. Exhale brings you down. Inhale brings you up. This time, we're going to come all the way down onto our backs. So decide if you want to float the arms or walk them down the hamstrings. Inhale here, exhale slowly. Use your core to come all the way down to the mat. And I know some of you may not have come down slowly. It might have been a little more of a kerplunk, and that's okay. It's all about the attention, the focus, the intention of what we're up to. Good. From here, spine is flat, arms are long. Actually, before we go there, bring your hands on the insides of your hips to your low belly and just feel that area. Since you're in a resting position, it's likely nice and squishy and soft, and that's perfect. Now, take a deep breath in, expand your belly. And as you exhale, engage your core. Feel that area of your body become nice and firm. So that's the engagement we want to feel throughout these next few exercises. So you can keep your hands there if you want, or let them come down by your side. Point your left foot, and then keeping your leg just as it is, just in this form of a bent knee. Use your core to lift your bent knee up so your leg creates a 90 degree. And then exhale, let it down. Other side, right foot points, keeping the leg just as it is. Move from your hip, lift it up, set it down. Good. One more on each side, slow. Inhale, left leg comes up, moving from the hip, keeping core engaged. Exhale, down. Right side, inhale, rise up. Exhale, down. Now take a look at the screen. Here's what can happen when we haven't tried this before. It turns into a movement in the knee, which I'm sure has some purpose, but it doesn't get into the deep low core muscles that we're targeting. So this movement, instead of coming from the knee does not move, the hip moves. Okay, so next option is to bring both your knees up. Notice if your low core disengaged. Inhale, exhale, draw your core back in. Now, let one leg come down, moving from the hip, and then in midair, switch. Keep breathing into your back body and engaging your front body. If your core can't maintain this yet, then go back to the way it was, where you do one leg and then the other. instead of switching in midair. Wherever you are, we have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your feet come down. Bring your feet as wide as your mat and let your knees knock in. That's option A. That's a really gentle way to release your back. Option B is to hug your knees into your chest. And we're going to go for a similar one, targeting the same area of the core. This time, inhale your right leg long. Good. And then press through your heel and press your low back into the earth. Inhale here. Exhale, lower your heel, hover towards the ground. Inhale, draw your knee in towards your chest, all with your core, no arms. And bring your foot back up. Press through the heel, exhale, lower. Inhale, draw it in. Good. So one side can feel like, I don't feel a lot in my core. Once you get both legs going, I always feel it in my core. So one thing that you don't need to do, but I feel that it helps me get more engagement out of this, is I draw my shoulder blades down the spine and then use my upper core and lift up, hovering my hands. Now as the right leg comes down, the left leg comes in. Extend left leg and start to bicycle. Don't think about it too much. You're just making circles, engaging your core. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw your knees into your chest. Now that can also be done reverse bicycle for the sake of time, and because we've done a lot of core work. I'm going to leave that out, but feel free to try it at home. For this last core movement, bring your arms out to a T. Draw both legs up to a 90-degree angle, flexed feet. Press your inner thighs together and press your spine down into your mat. Inhale here at center. Exhale, start to let your knees fall to the right. When you feel like you can't control them anymore, press your legs together, use your obliques, and draw your knees back to center. Then let your knees fall towards the left. When you feel like you may not be able to control it anymore, draw your knees back to center using your core muscles. Good. Inhale, right. Exhale, draw to center. You can use your arms, pressing them into the earth. Keep going side to side. Notice if you're clenching your jaw or tightening your tongue, and release any unneeded tension. Bring all that engagement into your core. Good. Last 3, 2, and 1. This time knees are falling to the right. Let them actually fall all the way down. Release into spinal twist. Knees are to the right, gaze can be to the left. Do anything that feels really good on your spine, with your legs and your neck. 3 more breaths here. And slowly bring your knees up to center. Place your feet down on the earth. Make sure your spine is aligned straight. And then find your supine twist, your laying down twist on the other side. Knees to the left, Gaze either towards the ceiling or over to the right. Slow down your breath. Feel it move up and down your spine. 2 more. Bring your knees back towards center. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Aubrey. Come here. Aubrey apologizes for the barking. Come here. Good, so those are a few of, of my favorite core exercises to throw in to my practice. And I use them in my Yoga for a Change classes as well. So I hope that one or more of them really resonated with you and that you can use them whenever they serve you. Thank you for taking the time to practice with me. Bye.